YouTube, what's good? What's going on? It's your guy, Hugh Steph, and this is Billionaire Talk. Welcome back to the channel, man. It's always good to have y'all around and see y'all when y'all come back to see the channel. I appreciate that. I really do. Plus, my birthday was last week, so, feeling good. You know what I mean? Feeling not so much older, just another day in the book. But anyhow, today we got ourselves a video from Medium Man, and this is about the numbers. The numbers. We need more eyes on the numbers, because whenever we bring up these relationship talks, especially these relationship gurus, podcast panelists, love life coaches and all that, they don't ever bring up the actual numbers that matter. So shout out to Medium Man. He does that. And this is all public information. You can go do the research yourself. Yeah, man, it's free. It's public information. Check it out. It's there. Google, quick Google search or ChatGPT, whatever you use. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Y'all ready? All right, let's get it.
Speaking for my community, Black women, we run shit. We run shit, right? And that can be incredibly intimidating.
Why you gotta do? Why do you gotta go to the? We're intimidated. Y'all are too intimidated to be with us. That is come on.
Yes, that is a thing.
Go ahead. Go
that
ahead.
is absolutely a thing.
Go ahead.
We are the most educated demographic.
This one is for Black women because this is the most popular talking point. Percentage of Black adults 25 plus with at least a bachelor's degree. And this is 2024. 30.7% of Black women hold a bachelor's degree or higher. 24.3% of Black men hold a bachelor's degree or higher. However, this pattern exists across every racial group in the United States.
Let's go back real quick, because it's specifying Black women and Black men, but then it says, however, this pattern exists across every racial group, in the United States. How is that possible when you got Black? That's weird. That's why we got to do some additional research. So yeah, my thing always has been about that. What's up, Kobe? It's my grandma's dog. Every time this topic gets brought up, it makes me think on the politically correct term or sentence should be, they may be the most enrolled, which that's not true either, but definitely not the most educated. And respectfully, I have this talk with my friends all the time. The Asians are the most educated. They hold the most degrees. And it's because culturally, they're raised to excel in academics. That's their culture. So you got American culture, 4th of July, basically parties and celebrations, exchanges of gifts. We got Christmas, we pretty much have a consumer type of thing. It's like go get a job, go to school, get a degree, get a career, start a family, and that's it. You know what I mean? Now you can argue that some people do push academics, but nah, you've been to school. Usually girls are talking about the Chris Brown concert or, now, whatever, concerts they're going to. That's been the highlight. That's been the focus. It's never been, you need to go in the damn book and book your tickets to that damn book study group and study for the next 8 hours until you go to sleep. That's the difference. So sorry for the long-winded explanation, but just highlighting the truth here.
This across every racial group in the United States, with the exception of the Asian community. It's very close. Asian men actually earn more degrees than Asian women, but it's very close. And in some areas, Asian women do hold more degrees than Asian men. But for everybody else, it's normal. Black community, Black women, it's normal. It's not stopping them from getting married at a high rate. So can y'all please stop trying to use this as some talking point to say that, oh, we can't get married because we have more degrees than Black men.
We are running our households.
Why are you lonely?
Because Black men, sometimes.
Black men in the U.S. are more likely than Black women to be married. In turn, Black women were more likely than Black men to be divorced. Separated or widowed, 25 versus 15%.
Can be intimidated by the success of a career-driven Black woman.
It's literally a 7% gap. And both of us we rank third in our respective genders. Black education reality. 72.3% of Black adults aged 25 plus do not have a bachelor's degree or higher. 72.3%.
We run businesses at the highest rate. We are starting businesses at the highest rate.
Black business and entrepreneur facts. White people own 81.1% of the employer businesses. Asian Americans own 11.1%. Hispanics own 7.9%. And then you have Black folks. Out of the largest racial demographics, we come in last at 3.3% of the employer businesses. Black.
So yeah, and it's funny because, well, it's not funny. Oh my God, not about to start barking. Let me get my train of thought back. Jesus Christ, this is a short video too. All right, so let me make a point here. You know how some Black people always kind of have that victim mentality, or respectfully, people that actually do go through things, cool, not cool, but get what I'm saying? How they always point out it's the white man this, the white man that. So when you take that narrative, since when did women become own the most businesses and all the other stuff? Last time I checked, I thought it was Tom and them. It was Tom, David, and Adam. And, you know, respectfully, it's true just because of our country, you know, how it's been laid out. Now, more of other people are starting to be able to come and form businesses and do better. But that's just what it is. But ladies, shout out to y'all. Y'all are killing it. I give y'all that for real. Shout out to all my ladies doing business.
Black-owned businesses increased from 2.2% in 2017 to 3.3% in 2022. This representation is still far below Black Americans' 14.4% share of the U.S. population. So our goal as a community should be to eclipse that. If we represent 14.4% of the population, we need to own at least 15% of the businesses.
Speaking for my community, Black women, we run shit. We are starting businesses at the highest rate.
Since 2017, Black female-owned businesses increased by 71.6%. And I know these are hot topics in the Black community, so let me just explain. As I stated before, but in 2017 to 2022, Black female-owned businesses increased by 71.6%, which is a higher rate than Black-owned and female businesses overall. That's another quoted line that you hear in relationship discussions when I've heard Black women say, we own the most businesses. No, remember, like I said, and this is just for the Black women who think that that means that Black women own the most businesses as entrepreneurs.
We run businesses at the highest.
Yeah, because you could start a business up, but most people's business that start up doesn't always remain successful. So just let's say, to her point, if 100 women start up a new business over everyone else, and only, I don't know, let's just say 47 of them, 45 of those are successful, but then you got a lower number of men who have started businesses, let's just say 63, and out of 63, maybe 35 of them was successful. That's a higher percentage on a lower number. The point is, it's like, cool, y'all may be starting businesses, but, and then there's another thing that made me think about it, and I hope I'm not going too far before it gets to that point, but if you really think about the types of businesses, actually, I am going to wait because I remember she did say, I cut this out.
Rate?
No, it's just for that snapshot. You guys have increased a lot, 71.6%. And honestly, I don't know why that's not applauded by Black women on their own. Instead of conflating the information, just tell the truth. Black women have done very well between that 5-year gap in regards to starting businesses and owning businesses. That should be applauded. You don't have to put sauce on it. Just leave it at that. But one thing we rarely talk about is if black men's businesses actually increase. Total revenue of black female-owned employer businesses increased by 82.1%, while black male-owned employer businesses saw a 63.9% increase in total revenue. Okay, so black men increased also. Black male-owned employer businesses saw greater increases in the number of employees, 43.7%, and annual payroll, 75.4%, than their female counterparts, who increased their employee count by 31.8% and payroll by 67.9%. So even though they juxtapose it against, black women, black men are doing very well, and also black women are doing very well in regards to increasing their number of employees and their annual payroll. So we both win. Pew Research just put this out around the same time Brookings put their report out, February 12, 2025. They simply updated a couple things as well. And who are the black business owners? So here we go. There are more likely to be men than women. Some 54% of black-owned business firms in 2022 had men as their majority owners, while 39% had women as the majority owners. Another 7% had equal male-female ownership. So that is important in these spaces because we kind of get things mixed up. And I touched on that in the Brookings report. Black women increased very much during that 5-year time span, 2017 to 2022. But when we talk about entrepreneurship and businesses owned, the majority of them are headed by black men. So that is an overall aspect of black businesses. But that does not take away from black women's 71.6% increase of their business ownership between 2017 and 2022. Both need to be applauded.
Yeah, so that makes me think about the types of businesses that are out there for this lady to make that assessment. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to be open-minded here. I'm not trying to be narrow-minded. But when I think about the types of businesses out there, or at least let's just start at Atlanta because that's where I was at. A lot of the businesses out there that started is the catering businesses. I see a few candle businesses. And first of all, shout out to everybody because I got a couple homegirls that fall into some of these categories and that are killing it. What I said, candle was the last one. Then you start, I guess the more popular ones, hair, a lot of boutiques, things like that. I'm sure there's business firms, but we don't see too many of those from that. So now when you switch to men, what I have seen from men, I've seen recording studios, I've seen podcasting, I've seen photography, and, I've seen women photographers too. But I've just seen more categories of business covered by men than I have women. And this could just be me. But just, again, the data shows, it backs up, the claim. It backs up the thoughts that I have, even without me doing research. It's there. It's not nothing that I'm making up. Like he said, it's not taken away from these women killing it. So shout out to the women. Y'all killing it. Hopefully this helps spread some awareness so that we can stop this stupid war between men and women. We love each other at the end of the day. We need each other. No one's better than the other person. Y'all good at this, we good at that. It's just me in the middle, hug it out, call it a day. That being said, man, y'all leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace out.